Welcome to Wanderlust in History. In today's video, we are talking about the rise and fall of the Hittite Empire, forgotten masters of war. History remembers the grandeur of Egypt, the philosophy of Greece, and the power of Rome. But before all of them, an empire rose in the heart of Anatolia, powerful, sophisticated, and lost to time. The Hittites ruled with iron fists and silver tongues, shaping ancient diplomacy and warfare long before the world was ready. This is the story of the Hittite Empire, its rise, glory, and mysterious fall. Who were the Hittites? The Hittites were an Indo-European people who emerged in central Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, around 1600 BCE. They weren't the first civilization in the region, but they were the first to unify the area under a centralized imperial government. Their capital, Hattusa, located near the modern town of Boğazkale, became one of the most formidable cities of the ancient world. By 1400 BCE, the Hittites had built a vast empire stretching from the Aegean coast to the upper Euphrates, dominating key trade routes and regional politics. They spoke an early Indo-European language and used cuneiform writing, borrowed from the Mesopotamians. Thousands of their clay tablets have survived, offering insights into laws, myths, rituals, and international correspondence. The Hittites weren't just bureaucrats and builders. They were warriors. Their military was among the most advanced of its time, with disciplined infantry and chariots that revolutionized ancient warfare. Their chariots had three-man crews, a driver, a shield-bearer, and a spearman, giving them an edge over the two-man Egyptian models. While most Bronze Age armies still used bronze weapons, the Hittites were early adopters of ironworking, not yet widespread, but symbolically and tactically powerful. It's even believed that the knowledge of iron smelting may have spread to other civilizations through them. The Hittites weren't just fighters, they were diplomats. They understood the power of alliances and treaties. Their most famous agreement is the Treaty of Kadesh, signed around 1259 BCE between Hattusili III and Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II. This was after the legendary Battle of Kadesh, a massive showdown between the two empires over control of Syria. Neither side won decisively, so they chose peace. And the result is the oldest surviving international peace treaty in history, the diplomatic language of the time, and copies were found in both Hattusa and the Egyptian city of Thebes. One reproduction even hangs in the United Nations headquarters today. Hittite society was deeply religious, built on a complex and fascinating pantheon. Known as the Land of 1,000 Gods, their deities were borrowed from surrounding cultures, Hurrian, Hattian, even Mesopotamian. At the top of this divine hierarchy stood Tarhan, the storm god, a powerful figure who symbolized both destruction and protection. Hittite kings were not only political leaders, they were high priests, responsible for maintaining cosmic order through rituals. Festivals were elaborate and magic was taken seriously, with priests using spells and omens to guide decisions. They also left behind a wealth of myths, like the myth of the disappearing god, a tale resembling later Greek stories of Persephone and Demeter. Through these stories, we see early influences on mythology that would echo for millennia. By the 13th century BCE, the Hittite Empire was stretched thin. Internal power struggles weakened the throne. Climate change and drought affected food supplies. Then came the Sea Peoples, mysterious invaders who struck along the Mediterranean. In around 1200 BCE, Hattusa was burned and abandoned. The royal line ended. Writing stopped. And for centuries, the Hittites disappeared, not just from history, but from memory. It was one of the many victims of the Bronze Age collapse, a mysterious civilization-wide breakdown that also devastated the Mycenaeans, Ugarit, and the New Kingdom of Egypt. For nearly 3,000 years, no one even remembered the Hittites existed. Their name was known only from the Bible, where they were mentioned as a Canaanite tribe. Scholars thought they were a minor footnote in history, but in the 19th century, explorers in central Turkey found strange ruins, and in 1906, excavations at Boğazköy uncovered thousands of clay tablets written in cuneiform. The Hittite Empire had been found. Today, we know the Hittites as a vital piece of the ancient world, one that connected East and West, war and peace, myth and history. Their story reminds us that empires can rise, fall, and vanish. But with patience and curiosity, we can bring their memory back to life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient history, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment below.